Now in this example, what we want to do, the subject of the formula is A. What we want to do is to change the subject of the formula to B. Now, you'll notice that we have a bracket. Notice as well that the desired subject is outside of the bracket, so we don't need to expand. We should also note that B is multiplied by the combination C plus D. So if I want to get B on its own, I'm going to divide by bracket C plus D. A over C plus D equals B, and we should really have B at the start. B equals A over C plus D. So in this example, the desired subject is outside the bracket, so we don't need to expand. What we want to do is to change the subject from A to X. Now you notice, I hope, that X, the desired subject, is inside the bracket. So what we need to do in this example is to expand the bracket. A equals Bx plus bt, and having done that, we can now employ steps which should be familiar to it. So we want to get bx on its own. I'm going to subtract bt from both sides. So a minus bt equals bx. I want to get x on its own, so I'm going to divide by b. And I'm going to turn the equation round at the same time, so x equals a minus bt over b. Now we don't do anything more with it, don't be tempted to cancel anything out. That's the answer. Example 3 is similar to example 2. The desired subject is inside the bracket, so we need to expand. And we have x equals ab minus ac. Why don't we subtract ab from both sides? So x minus ab equals minus ac. Now, I'm going to change all signs. Why am I going to do that? Because of this negative here. So if I change all signs, the x becomes a negative x, the minus ab becomes a positive ab, and we have a positive ac. I'm going to turn the equation round, and I'm going to write this side as ab minus x. And the last thing to do is to get c on its own. Divide by a, so c equals ab minus x all over a. And again, no cancelling. So a equals 4b squared, and we want to change the subject of the formula from a to b, and you'll notice that the problem is that b has a square attached to it. First thing to do is to get rid of the 4. It's a multiplying force, so we'll divide by 4. A over 4 equals b squared. How do we get from b squared to b? We take the square root. So if I turn the equation round at the same time, so square root of a over 4. One last example here. Now the subject of the formula at the moment is b, and we want to make the subject of the formula m. But we have a cube on the m, and we also have a fraction to deal with. First thing to do is to get rid of the fraction, I think. Multiply by 3 to get rid of a dividing 3, so 3b then equals t m cubed. Divide both sides by t, to get m cubed on its own. So 3b over t equals m cubed. And the last thing that we do is to take the cubed root, which looks like this here. The cubed root of both sides, so m then equals the cubed root of 3b, that's the cubed root, so we have a superscript 3, the cubed root of 3b over t. So what you can do now is go to page 24, exercise 2.6 and questions 1, 2, 3.